What's up, Exiles? It's Hegemony, and I got another update for you guys on the Crit Elemental Double Prolif Trapper. We are currently level 92 in the Hardcore Talisman League, and we are cruising. I made some big changes to this character, mainly with a new necklace, a new ring, and a support gem adjustment. I swapped out Chance to Ignite for increased AoE, and that was basically because as I leveled up, I got Malik arrows and I got more crit chance. I was able to supplement the status ailments, which is Ignite and Shock, with just crit. So it made sense to drop that, and I got increased area of effect. Ink AoE increases the size of the proliferation rings. It also does 10% area damage when you have 20 quality, and it also increases the overall size of the original fire trap. So this is a very, very good change for the clear speed. I don't recommend you switch to this too early, because without the crit chance it really makes proliferation kind of weak. I recommend something above a 45% crit chance with power charges. I feel like if you combine it with Assassin's Mark, the ignition and shock chance would be adequate. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the mechanics that we have going on that we didn't discuss in previous videos. With power charges, my critical strike chance sits at 52.5%, and that's without Assassin's Mark. With Assassin's Mark, add another 9% on top of that. I recently used the GCP plus level 20 gem recipe to get level 1 20 quality gem, and now all my gems are back up to 19, 20-ish. We'll hit 2020 soon, but the numbers are looking great. With frenzy charges and power charges, my Magma Orb Trap sits at a 23.1k DPS tooltip, and my Fire Trap at a 9.8k, with my Arc Trap being at 6.13. I acquired a new ring recently with the motivation to use a Vol skill, and in order to do that I felt like I needed to get an unset ring. So here we have the Death Nail unset. It has the defenses that I use: Evasion, Life, Energy Shield, and then it has 3 resistances. One that includes Chaos Resist. My Chaos Resist on this character is very good. In Merciless, we have positive 44 Chaos Resist, so there really isn't a need to get a Resistance Flask. I have 84, 85, 89 Resist respectively, and I am LE weak capped with 5 Endurance Charges. I still have to watch out for those pesky nullification mods that may strip my charges and may bring me down to below the resist cap. As for defenses, a lot of people ask me, what are your defenses and how do you mitigate some physical damage? Well, I have Arctic Armor. This is an awesome buff that gives me 13% less physical damage taken when hit when I'm not moving. I have Whirling Blades, Faster Attacks, Fortify. This allows me to avoid collision detection and pick up Fortify when I successfully hit a target. Fortify is a temporary buff that mitigates 20% of on-hit damage. This is not prejudiced to any type of damage. It could be chaos, physical, or elemental. Currently, I'm at 20% physical damage reduction with 5 endurance charges. That's really good. In addition, I get 197.4 life regen per second thanks to the Restless Ward, giving me 18.1 life regen per endurance charge. When I pop a Perpetual Granite Flask of Iron Skin and I have my endurance charges up, on the tooltip it shows that I have a 58% physical damage reduction. That's not quite accurate, but it is a lot of physical mitigation, and I have Arctic Armor that's also not calculated in this equation. Don't forget that Arctic Armor also reduces fire damage when you're not moving, and also chills enemies for 0.5 seconds when hit. In addition, it drops the chilled ground, which I've shown many times on how to abuse it against bosses or exiles or anything for that matter. Speaking of chill, I use another tool for my defense, and it's cast when damage taken, greater multiple projectiles, and Arctic Breath level 4. It's not important that this levels up because it's not based off of damage. It'll do some damage, but it's mainly for the chilled ground, and I like this better, and it's more consistent than temp chains because it'll work on curse immune mobs. So you get hit, it sprays Arctic Breath all over the place, and then the mobs are chilled. So we have Trap, lightning pen, arc, and multi-trap. I'll continue to use this setup until I can get a 6-link fire trap. Once I can get my fire trap to carry a bit harder, then I won't rely on the damage from arc trap, and I'll be able to use something like increased burn or something like that. However, in this current state and the current setup, I want to use the arc trap without the Prolif. I feel like it does a great job contributing to my clear speed and damage, killing stragglers. In my unset ring, I use Vol Summon Skeletons, and this is kind of an experimental thing that I've been doing. I usually don't use this, but it's more or less a single Vol skill that provides some kind of combat tool. It kind of serves as like a multiple decoy totem. It lasts for 20 seconds. Without any support gems, standalone, it's great. It's great for putting it up against like a Resident Dominus, getting him to fire those ghost projectiles in a different direction, or it'll just absorb hits from beyond bosses like Naeum or Host, and it just allows me to sit there and turret, just keep throwing trap after trap until the boss is dead. Eventually I'll have to move to a different area, but I feel like without any support gems, this one provides the most for the single slot, and it really polishes out the character. Let's not forget, in terms of avoidance, we have other defenses. We're currently rocking a 3.2k evasion rating, which is about a 26% evade chance at my level. We also have 16% spell dodge thanks to its series step. We also have 24% chance to block attacks thanks to using a shield. There was a recent addition to the shadow tree. It's called Elemental Focus, which also gives you a 10% chance to avoid elemental status ailments. This means by getting hit for a shitload by any kind of element, you still have a 10% chance to completely avoid the property. As far as effective health, we have almost 6k HP and over 1600 energy shield. The HP is pretty much nearing its max, but the energy shield can improve in big ways, and also the evasion rating. My shield can go up to 350 to 400 ES pretty easily. If you're familiar with the shield that Etep rolled over, you would die a little. In addition, we have the helmet, which is also decent but not great. You can get a 600-200 from a hybrid EV-ES helm, or you can just go pure EV or pure ES. Both are viable choices. As far as skill tree changes, I recently picked up the last jewel between Witch and Shadow, and now I'm heading towards Doomcast. Doomcast is such a huge node because it's going to give me that consistency with the ignition and the shocks. I have 52.5% now. It'll probably be around 55% with Doomcast, in addition to getting 10 more crit multi. So we're in a very good spot. I can't really afford to drop Firewalker because I need the resistances and my rares are not that great. Gear upgrades are possible in the belt, helm, and ring department. I'm happy with this ring. I'm really happy with this Pain Noose Amber Amulet. I traded this for a +1 Corrupted Tabula. But keep in mind that you don't need an amulet like this for this build to be viable. I was using the other amulet just fine. I just saw this opportunity to snatch this awesome amulet, and yeah, it's great. With one-shotting bosses and one-shotting blue packs and running rare maps around the tier 9 area, the build feels great. The Summon Skelly edition was definitely another trick up my sleeve for those sticky situations, but yeah, we've been dealing with pesky porcupines with great usage of Fortify, Endurance Charges, Arctic Armor, and the Granite Flask. This has been a very budget project and a very effective one in the Hardcore Talisman League. If you would like to know more, or you have any more questions that aren't addressed in this video, feel free to contact me either at Twitch PM or when I go live on Twitch TV at twitch.tv/HegemonyTV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.